Hello again, welcome to the next edition of Free Time Builds. As always, I'm Kevin. I'll be taking you through this build. Today we're going to take these pieces of pallet wood I have from my pallet wood breakdown and a fence picket, and we're going to turn all this into this beautiful sled you see before your eyes. I did use multiple tools to make this, like my table sander and my bandsaw. I know you're saying, what if I only have one tool? Well, you could really make this with just a jigsaw and a sanding block if you had to. There's no real crazy cuts here. You can do all this with a jigsaw and sand all the edges down. So let's get building. As you can see, I have a couple templates here. I did go Google and I was able to find a website. Sometimes I'll even Google coloring pages for it. I mean, if I couldn't find it, I mean, it's a circular middle and angle on the sides, and then just you can use kind of a bucket or a paint can to make the curves on the side. You do the inside, then you adjust over for the width, and then you do the inside, and then you connect them from the width apart. I was able to find, like I said, a site that had a bunch of templates, so I will put that in the description if you want to go there and print them out for yourself too. So I'm going to start attaching all these and cutting them out. First thing we're going to do is square up our edges. Then we're going to cut 2 at 25 inches and 1 at 32 inches. After that, we'll need the cross supports. We're going to cut 3 at 10 inches. Here we are at the table saw. We're going to set our fence to 3 1/4 inches, and we're going to rip down the 2 25-inch pieces and the 1 32-inch pieces to the 3 1/4 we have the fence set at. Here we go. I'm going to clamp down. I have my jigsaw out because I said you could do all these cuts with a jigsaw, so I'm going to show you. The jigsaw did hit the table, and I didn't notice it while I was cutting, so I do apologize. The total time for all these cuts was about 25-30 minutes, if you're interested in how long it actually took. Here I am showing you the pieces I cut with the jigsaw, just think how everything looks and kind of roughing it together. Here you can see I repositioned the camera and the table using the jigsaw again to do this part. This is the most detailed piece with the most angles. Just take your time, let the blade do the work, take a couple passes, and it'll come out looking very nice. We're going to do some sanding. Here we go. Time for the finishing. I'm going to use Minwax red mahogany finish on this. The cross supports I'm just going to do in black. And then for the sleigh runners, I guess they're called, I'm going to do those in a just a nice bright red spray. Now it's time for the final assembly. I have both runners. I'm going to get some wood under that, and I don't have shims, so I just use a notebook to help balance that so I could drive the nails in at a level angle. I'm going to start from 6 inches from the very back, And then I want about 15 for the second. I'm going to put the block and notepad under it to help brace it so it's a level nailing. And then I'm going to put a beam across the whole thing. My third one, this one was about 23, 24 inches from the back. We're going to nail it. Then we're going to put some wood glue on the other sides, and we're going to nail those onto the other runner. As you can see, having a board to brace underneath and some shims, or in this case a notebook, to help keep everything level as you nail is a very, very handy thing to do. I do recommend it. Now we're just going to do a spacing on our pieces, put some Titebond wood glue down, attach them, and then we'll drive some nails in also to help hold them in place. And then we'll nail down the top steering portion of the sled and we'll be all done. Not counting the time for the paint and to stain dry, this project took approximately an hour to an hour and 15 minutes to build. Make sure you flip it over and you're wiping up all the excess glue, clean up your mess. You won't have to scrape or sand off later.